everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sabrina and I'm back with another Excel tutorial for you. Now, if this is your first time here and you're looking to develop your Excel skills, then start now by subscribing and hitting that bell icon so that you don't miss out on any new updates. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can create a text box in Excel. Now to do that, all you would do is you would go up to the Insert tab, okay, and then you want to go towards the far right of this Excel ribbon, and you want to go to the Text command, okay. So if you click on the drop-down arrow just underneath Text, you'll see quite a few options available here, and the first option is Text box. So if you hover your mouse over the Text box command, you'll see a pop-up where it tells you that this command will draw a text box anywhere on your worksheet. Okay, so if you click on that text box command and then just go to your worksheet, you'll now see that my cursor has turned into an upside down black cross. Okay, so that tells me that this is now ready to create a text box for me. So all you would do here is you would click and hold your mouse, okay? And then as you drag your mouse, you'll see that it will draw the text box for you. Okay, so you can see as I drag, the text box gets bigger and bigger for me. So once you're happy with your text box, you would release your mouse, and that will then create and insert that text box in your worksheet. Okay, now you're ready to start typing in that text box. So you can literally type anything in here. So I'm just going to type, this is an example of a mini line chart. Okay. Now you can format the font as well. So all you do there is you basically highlight the text, and then you can go up to the Home tab and then go to the font group. And then you can use these formatting commands to format the font. So for example, you can make the font bold, you can underline the text, you can change the font style, okay? Or you can increase the font size, so you can decrease it or increase it. So I'm just going to make that a little bigger, okay? You could also change the font color if you wanted to. And also you could, change the alignment of the text. So if you wanted to center this text in the text box, you could go up to the alignment group, okay, and then just click on the center align command, and this will then put your text in the middle. Okay, so you can format the font as you like. What you also will see is at the top, you'll see a shape format tab will appear when you've got your text box selected. So if you click on shape format, you can do some other formatting here as well. For example, you can go to shape styles, okay, and change the color of the text box. So that's where shape fill comes into play. Okay, so if you click on the drop down on the right of shape fill, you can choose a color, and that will color your text box. So for example, let's go for a light blue color. Okay, so if you look at my text box now, okay, my text box is now colored in blue. Now, you'll see that when I selected away from my text box, that shape format tab has disappeared. So you do need to click back into the text box, and then that shape format tab will reappear for you. So that was shape fill. You can also change the shape outline. So what that will do is it will put a border around your text box, and then you can choose what color border you want. Okay, now I usually just go for a black border. Okay, so if I select black, and if I click away from the text box, you'll now see that I've got a line around my text box, which is a black border. Okay, but you can change the color of that border as well. So if you click back into the text box again, okay, we'll go back up to the shape format tab. So that's shape outline. You can also, format the sort of the text, the text fill, so that would be the color of the text, and also the outline. So for example, you can see I've got some options of different word art styles here. So if I went for, I don't know, let's go for this orange one here. Okay, and if you start typing now just underneath it, you can see that my text style has changed. So I'm just gonna type in the same thing. Okay, so yeah, so word art styles basically will just allow you to change the style of your text, and you can choose from one of these options, and you can also change the color of your word art. Another thing that you can do is on the far left, you've got insert shapes. So you could even, choose different shapes such as arrows, rectangles, oval shapes, a triangle, okay, and you've got different arrow styles as well. So you can go for different shapes as well, and you can link those shapes to your text box. So sometimes what I do is I use arrows. So for example, if I use this arrow here, so if you click on the shape that you want to insert, and then again, you'll see that your cursor will change into a black cross. Okay, and then you just simply click and hold your mouse, and then you just drag your mouse, and that will draw the arrow for you. Okay, so there you go. That's my arrow done there. So you can actually literally, you know, um, link the arrow to your text box, and you can point your arrow to a specific area in your worksheet if you wanted to. Okay, and you can also format this arrow as well. So if you go back up to the shape format tab, this will allow you to format your arrow shape. Okay, so for example, you can change the shape outline. So currently the arrow is in a blue color, but you could change the color of that. So say you wanted a, I don't know, a dark red color, you could go for that option. So you could change the outline. In outline, you could also do things like if you go right at the bottom, you could change the weight of that outline. So what I mean by that is you can increase the thickness of your shape. So if you go towards the right, okay, you'll see the different line styles or the different line weights. And as you go down, you'll see that your arrow becomes, thicker and thicker and thicker. So you can choose the one that you prefer. Okay. But also if you go back to shape outline again and go down to dashes, this will allow you to choose a different line style. So currently I've got a solid line, okay, but you can actually go for like a sort of a round dotted line, so a round dotted arrow. And if you hover your mouse over each one, you'll see a preview of how that arrow will look like on your worksheet. So you can go for different line styles as well if you wanted to. Okay. What you can also do with this text box is you could resize it or actually crop the text box. So you'll see that when you select your text box, you'll see sort of white circles around the border of that text box, okay? And when you hover your mouse over those white circles, you'll see a double white arrow, and you can literally crop that text box in whatever way you want to do so. So for example, if you wanted to crop this text box and remove this particular text here, so you only wanted the top text to be shown, you could just hover your mouse over the white circle at the bottom there. So I'm just going to select this one here. You would press and hold your mouse, and then you would drag your mouse to the top like so, and you can see that when you release your mouse, okay, it's cropped your text box for you. So this doesn't actually resize your text box, these corners and the double white arrow, it crops your text box. So you can do that as well. You can also rotate it. So when you select your text box, you'll see like a sort of an arrow, a white arrow, a curved arrow at the top. And if you put your mouse, hover your mouse over there and click and hold your mouse, okay, you can then literally rotate the text box as you like. Okay, so you could do that as well. But you'll notice that my arrow is also moving along with it, and that's because my arrow is linked with this text box. So if you remember when I created this arrow, okay, I basically joined the corner of that arrow to one of the points on my text box, okay, which is why if I move this text box anywhere, okay, the arrow moves along with it, which can be quite useful, okay? So especially when you're editing things at the end, instead of selecting individual shapes, you can, if you link them in such a way, you could then, you know, move them all together in one go. All right, so that was just a very quick overview of shapes and how you can insert a text box in your Excel spreadsheet. Okay, so if you found this video useful, please do like and share the video so that it can reach out to more people. And do consider subscribing so that you don't miss out updates on new videos. And thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.